Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another reading. For those of you who are new here, my name is Nicole, and I like to come on here once a week to share messages with the collective, share updates of what is going on energetically, and just give some guidance to help you better comprehend what is going on with your own energy individually, as well as what is going on in the collective at large. So, again, these messages are timeless, and whenever you come across these messages, they will give you the information that is that you are needing at that time. But at the time of doing this reading now, there have been a lot of changes, a lot of energetic changes. And really, before I get into the cards, I just really wanted to share that the more we keep moving forward, the more things are going to get weird. And this is why we're really being pushed to learn more to read the energies of things as opposed to what we are seeing directly in front of us. Because we are going through a major period of transition. Remember, we have been moving from the 3D tangible physical reality towards 5D. But where we currently are is in 4D, and 4D is where basically the 3D and the 5D meet. And so the veil between the worlds of the physical world and the non-physical world are very, very thin. And so we are starting to be able to see things that we couldn't previously see. And for those of you who have been on your journey for some time, you might have been hearing a lot of people talking about raise your vibration, raise your vibration. And why is that? It's because remember, when we are soul beings having a human experience, and we are predominantly made up of energy. And essentially everything is energy. It's just that the particles, the atoms, are moving at different speeds of vibration. And depending on the speed of vibration, you become less dense. And so we as human beings, as Mother Earth is going through her transition and moving into a new state of being, we are basically moving into a new dimension. We are moving into a new frequency. The easiest way to explain it is when you have a radio station, you have all the radio stations that are technically playing at the same time. But unless you tune into one specific radio station, you won't know what is being played on that radio station. And so, here on earth, as much as we have been pushed to think that the only life that is happening is the life that we can see with our physical eyes, but that is not the case. Remember, as above, so below. And what dominates this lower realm, because the 3D physical reality is the most dense of them all. And so we don't realize that it is the higher dimensions that are actually controlling these dimensions. Again, the easiest way to explain it is what drives your actions. It is your thoughts and your beliefs. Your thoughts and beliefs are not visible, nor are they tangible, yet they are what drive your physical body to do something within this time and space. So why, as they say that knowledge is power, so it is important and imperative that we start to become more aware and more clear of how the universe actually works. Yes, we have the laws that govern this physical reality, but the laws that are the most important are the universal laws. And these universal laws, when you comprehend these universal laws, you will understand how we have been being manipulated and brainwashed, and how what we are being shown to our physical eyes is not the reality of what is going on in the higher dimensions. And the ancient Egyptians understood this better than everyone, because they understood that coming down to life, coming down to earth, is that we lived in preparation of our death, because it is what happens in the non-physical realms. Because remember, the true thing that is animating your physical body, it is not your physical body that is alive, it is your soul that is giving life to your body. Which is why when someone passes on and their soul leaves their body becomes lifeless. So when we understand, it is about comprehending the thing that is animating the body, and not being so focused on the body. Even in the Bible, they talk about the spiritual three, Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. But really, when you break it down, they have taken the information away from us, and they have distorted this information. But really, the reality is mind, body, soul. Because heaven and hell are a frequency. Heaven and hell are a state of being. I'm sure many of you here have been to hell. And what I say by hell is that you are in a state of being where it feels like you are in hell. Whereas on the contrary, you can also take your place into a state of being where you are in heaven. And so it is about fully learning to regulate our mind, our body, our souls. And when we have full control over these aspects of our beings, we start to move through the world in a very different way. But again, we don't know what we don't know. So this is the time. 2023 really served to help us comprehend and see what we didn't know. 2023 was a year that we were faced with many, many challenges, and the purpose of these challenges were to help us become aware of some of the patterns within ourselves that we were not wanting to look at. And so again, it's so easy for us to put the blame outwards and say, oh, poor me, the world is out to get me, this happened and this happened. But a lot of the time we don't stop to take responsibility for the fact that we also play a part in the things that go wrong. And these things, 2023, as much as it was challenging, it really, really, really served to help us transition into the year of 2024. Because 2023 was about going inwards and becoming aware. It was a year of many challenges and many lessons. It was an opportunity for us to seek our truth and to become aware of our truth, so that based on those truths, we could take action in 2024. And the universe will reward in turn, especially with the movements of the planets and the presence of Jupiter at this time, which is expanding everything. And yes, they say that Jupiter is the planet of good luck, but Jupiter is also the planet that dominates Neptune. Sorry, that's not right. Jupiter also governs Aquarius. And so as we are transitioning, Pluto is moving out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. So we just recently had the new moon in Aquarius, the first new moon of 2024. And it's interesting because when 2020 started, there was a lot of movements. The same planets that are coming to be very present at the moment were the same planets that were very present in 2020 when we started to see the pandemic taking place. And so with Jupiter's presence here, the good thing is that Jupiter is, I believe, in Taurus, or that might just be my sign. But essentially, Jupiter amplifies, but Jupiter amplifies both the good and the bad. And so 2023 really served to help us identify, where were we putting our energy? Where was our state of being? Where was our mind taking us? Where were our emotions taking us? Because we don't realize that mind and emotions are completely linked. When we become aware of our mind and how they trigger our emotions, we have the power to change the story, change the narrative that we are telling ourselves. Because most of the time, the reason we find ourselves in that state of hell is because of the stories we tell ourselves, because of the beliefs that we have developed as a result of the programming that we have received from our parents, our caregivers, society, religion, culture, so on and so forth. But 2023, and since 2020, we have been being awakened to the reality of our world so that we can take our power back. 2024 is all about taking our power back. So this is the year that we take our power back and we say, no, we will no longer be taking part in these rituals, taking part in these things that are not serving us. Because again, and the truth is going to come out, and this is why we're going to see a lot of challenging times still to come. We haven't really seen anything yet, because the more the truth comes out, the more people will start to question their identity. And this is why we are being asked to open up. Remember, 2024 is the year of infinite possibilities. It means we have to open ourselves up to the truth that is coming, that a lot of what we have been told is a lie. A lot of what we have been taught about the history of our planet, about the history of who we are, of where we come from, of why we are here, is a lie. And unless you are willing to open up and become uncomfortable, this is where people are going to start to go mad. And this is why it is extremely, extremely, extremely important that if you do anything in 2024, is that you take care of your health. And I mean your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. Because when you have all of those 4 elements in place, you reach the bliss body. And when you are in your bliss body, that is when you elevate into a state of heaven. And so everybody has the ability to reach those states of beings, but it is about questioning the stories you are telling yourself. And remember, every single thing that we consume through any orifice, any content, any food, any information we are receiving is is programming our subconscious mind. And this is why, even in movies, since God knows how far back, they have been doing subliminal messages. There are deeper messages, and unless your brain catches onto them, you cannot see them, but they're still programming you. And this is what 2024 is about. It is about taking back your power by becoming aware of the true reality of how our world is dominated. 2024 is also the year of 8. It is the year of the occult. The occult is everything that is hidden beneath the surface. And again, what most people ignore is the fact that our world is deeply occultic. Our world is deeply mystic. Magic and occultism has been being used at the highest levels of our societies, and this is why we are where we are. But especially, even more so, the fact that we are now in fourth dimension where things manifest like that, both positive and negative. And the thing is, no, people don't realize that we are manifesting all the time. That is how powerful we are as human beings. Ask and you shall receive. Your thoughts are asking. But even the things you don't want, if your mind is stuck in that loop of all the things you don't want to experience, Jupiter is coming to amplify that. And that is why we are seeing so much darkness in the world right now, is because people's demons are being made manifest. People's darkest shadows are coming to the surface. And essentially, we are seeing just how sick humanity has been inside of us. But to take it one step further, and this might seem shocking to some of you, but the majority of the people walking on this planet are no longer dominating themselves. Their vessels have been taken over by parasitic energies, and they are no longer in full control of their vessels. And so this is why we must take back control of our vessels. We must take back control of our health, because when our health deteriorates, our vibration deteriorates. And because our body is our vessel in which we move through this physical reality, when our health is not good, we drop in vibration. And when we drop in vibration, more things can come and take over us. And so this is why you must get your health in check. You must start making this a priority. It is essential if you wish to move forward without more challenges, because not only that, when you are sick, your mind cannot function properly. You cannot think logically. And now, with all the craziness that is going on and all the more craziness that is yet to come, we must be able to look at the world rationally. And when you strengthen your spiritual fortitude, this is when you will develop your spirit of discernment, because now more than ever, you must be discerning. There is so much nonsense being spewed. There is so much fear-mongering being spewed. If you can't control it and you see that it gives you anxiety, you see that it's not benefiting you, step away from it. And now don't confuse this with me saying step away and pretend it's not happening. We have to be aware of what is happening. We can no longer stick our head in the sands and pretend everything is fine, because that is spiritual bypassing. And what is happening now is very, very spiritual. And for me, who's not religious, but last year when I was called to read the book of Revelations, it revealed a lot to me. And 2023 was the year of revelations. Many revelations came to pass. But this is the year where we will see action taken on those revelations. We are going to see big changes happening in the world this year. And this is going to be uncomfortable for many of you. And this is why it is imperative that you start taking control of your life through your mind, your body, your emotions, and your spirituality. So, quite an intense message there to share, but let's see what the cards have to say to help you navigate these energies and to help you better understand what's going on. So, just to add here, we had the new moon, I think this was 2 days ago. And it's interesting because as I've been talking to people around me, it seems that many people have been getting sick. So if many of you out there have been feeling lethargic, you've been feeling a little bit wonky, you've been feeling lightheaded, maybe a little bit nauseous, feeling, joint pain, feeling tired, feeling weird appetite, this is because, again, the frequencies are shifting. We went through the 111 portal on the 11th of January, but also the new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn, though Capricorn is an earth sign, Capricorn is very much a yin energy. Capricorn is very spiritual for an earth sign. And Capricorn really, Capricorn is the mountain goat, but also before Capricorn was depicted as the mermaid goat. So it's a very feminine energy, but, really when you think of a mother, the mother who will do anything to help her kids, this is the energy that Capricorn brings. But the thing is, what are you fighting for? Again, 2024 is about becoming clear of what are you doing with your energies? Are you continuing to put your energies in things that are not serving you? Are you continuing to put your energies in things that are toxic? Are you continuing to put your energies in things that make you don't feel good, that are not benefiting the planet? If you are, then this is a good time for you to pay attention and decide, do you still want to be going down that direction? Because essentially, my friends, Judgment Day is here. And Judgment Day is happening on many different levels. It is happening from the lowest levels of the tunnels that are being discovered beneath our feet, to what is going on at the highest levels of elite society, where many people are being found out for the things that they have been doing. And it is dark what has been going on, and many people haven't wanted to look at these things because it is so dark. It is so dark, the shit that has been happening on our planet, but it is time that humanity knows. Because it is unfortunate, but it seems that the majority of humanity have lost their morals. And we are being given a choice whether we want to return to our morals or whether we want to continue to walk in the path of the devil. Because that is what is happening. It is really just that clear. This battle has been going on for eons, the battle between darkness and light. And we as humanity, we play a big role in this battle because Earth plays a very big role in the cosmos. And just like all the other planets in the solar system affect us, we also affect the solar system. And so we are seeing planets that we haven't seen coming closer to our solar system, which is shifting the energetic frequencies of not only the planet, but also as us as individuals, and therefore also as us as a collective. Now, we can either choose to elevate upwards or we can choose to move down, but there is a great separation that is happening. There is a big separation because those who are of the light cannot be with those that are of the darkness. This is why there is a shift that is happening. What side of the shift do you want to be on? Because we can no longer be on the fence. Judgment Day is here. And those who want to go out there and pretend that they're all high and mighty and they're spiritual and they're good, but behind closed doors, they're doing all kinds of bullshit. I'm sorry, your Judgment Day is coming too. So this is your time to get right with the Lord. This is your time to get right with yourself. This is your time to get right with this planet, because if you are continuing to rape our beloved Mother Earth, then Judgment Day is coming for you too. Because we cannot continue to pillage our Earth, the place that gives us refuge, the place that gives us everything that we need. How depraved must we be to be able to destroy our planet and just sit back as if nothing is happening, and to sit back thinking that someone is going to come and save us? No, we have to start fixing the shit that we have broken. We all have to start taking responsibility, because otherwise things are not going to go well. And I'm not trying to make you scared here, because if you are at peace with yourself, then you have nothing to fear. This is the time to get right. This is the time to be at peace. This is the time to be in your heart. Because when you are in your heart, these things cannot touch you. This is why we have been told, elevate your vibration. Because the higher your vibration is, you know you're going to the right place. You know you will not be touched. So the first card we have is Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. Yes, when you can move into this state of being, absolutely nothing can touch you. But when you can move into this state of being, think about how you are shifting the vibrational frequency of so many people around you. Because when you stand in unconditional and all-encompassing love, think about the changes that you can make on this planet. Think about the people on this planet who did so much good and the ripple effect that it had so far wide. Become one of those beings. Become a being that can have such a multitude effect on all the people that surround you, that you catapult change for the better. The next card we have is Halls of Amenti. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Yes, beautiful souls. If you have read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, he talks about the Halls of Amenti. And the Halls of Amenti essentially exist on another dimension, but they are the halls where we go and we receive great learning. Some people might refer to these as the room where of the Akashic records. But essentially, we are being awoken as we enter this new dimension, as we move into this new frequency. Secrets will be revealed because we have been lied to. And it's very interesting because across the board, you don't even have to look very hard now. There is new information coming up in archaeology about ancient civilizations that may not have been fully human, that there are so many things. This planet was cohabitated by many different species. And we are coming to a time where we will recohabitate with these different species, but we have to be open to be revealed, to receive these secrets, to receive these truths, and to not fear them because these truths are coming to help us. We have been living on a prison planet. We have been living in such a low state of density. We have been living on a Luciferian planet where essentially the devils and demonic energies have been controlling everything all around us, which is why we see so much death and destruction, which is why we see so much pain and suffering. You know, I think about this sometimes. How much money do these people spend to make these movies? If they stopped making movies for 1 year and used that money to do good, think of the changes that would happen. And people talk about all these financial crises that are coming. There's absolute fucking nonsense. I'm sorry to say it. Even just for me, when I go to Nairobi, there is so much money in that city. And then you ask people, oh, you know, what's going on? People are like, I don't have money. We're broke. We're broke. That is, again, the story you're telling yourself. It's that you're choosing to spend money. You know, it amazes me the way that people will go and drop, I don't know, so much money to go out drinking for one night to feel shit and horrible the next day, but they won't spend a quarter of that money to go and do something that's actually going to better their lives. So perhaps it's a good time for you to start questioning, what stories are you telling yourself? Because the stories you're telling yourself are taking you in a certain direction, and is that the direction you want to go in? So remember, 2024 is all about abundance. It's all about wealth creation. It's all about money. We are going to see the greatest transfer of wealth happening starting this year, where some of the biggest companies that we will be seeing in our future will be developed this year. And that could be you. So you need to get right with the stories that you're telling yourself and the beliefs that you have around finances and money, because God, the universe, the cosmos will reward you if you do things that is going to help move and shift this transition. If you are doing something that is going to benefit the collective or benefit the earth, then you will be rewarded. The energies are helping you, and it seems so out there because of the ways that we have been living things, but this is true. This is absolutely true, and I assure you that I have benefited from these energies myself. So this is the years to start uncovering these greater treasures, the treasures that you have in you, becoming aware of the gifts you have within you, the abilities you have within you that you were supposed to come and share. This is why you are here. Everyone that is here is playing an important role in this transitionary period. So start becoming aware of who you really are and why you are here, and share those gifts. Share those things that make you happy. Share those things that bring you joy. Do those things that come so easily to you that you don't even have to think about it. That is why you came to be here. That is who you really are. You came to take off the mask and to show who you really are. This lifetime is about manifesting your higher self in human form. To discover who you are at the soul level in this physical body. That is who you are being asked to welcome into this world. But that might be that might be uncomfortable. The next card we have is debilitated, discomfort, and the energy is a 5. 5 is all about change. Yes, as you open these doors, as you climb the stairs towards ascension. And it's interesting because the next card we have is the ascendant. Right? As you ascend these stairs to discover who you really are, it might be uncomfortable, but you are allowing the new you to enter. You are ascending into the true you. And the numerology here we have is an 8. So yes, as you go through this change and you take your power back, the new you will enter. And then we have the sun with a 9. 9 is about completion energy. The sun is, you need to vibrate like the sun. You know, the biggest lie about religion is that we have been told that we must worship God. And yes, we must worship God, but God is not some old dude sitting up on a cloud. God is a frequency, and God is a frequency that exists inside of you. They say we were made in the image of the gods, right? We have the ability to ask and we shall receive. So worship the God inside of you, because you too are a God. But you have to start seeing your godliness. You have to start shining like the sun. Don't be afraid to shine. The sun is what gives everything on this planet life. And the sun isn't afraid to shine. Even though people burn out in the sun, people still go out in the sun and they benefit from it. So what is it that you have to shine from inside of you? What is the cycle that you are ready to complete as you allow the new you to shine through? As you take off the mask and you allow the true you to be seen, the true you to be shared, because that is what you came here to do. That is what you came here to be your own radiating sun, so that you can help others radiate for themselves. And if everyone is radiating, then we don't have to shit on each other, because everyone feels good about who they are. Since the creation of Facebook and Instagram, they've seen the highest level of depression in the world than ever before. Because Instagram, basically, it's a lie. The lives that people live on Instagram is not the reality of what they're living behind in reality. We think that the real life is what's going on online, but the real world is in this physical reality. We have to stop giving that false reality so much power. And that's what the matrix is. It's the system that exists online, and it can only exist online because we feed it. But what are we feeding it? Especially now with the rise of AI, people are fearing that AI is going to take over humanity. Who knows? But remember, AI is learning from us. And currently, with the shit that's been on the internet, which is so fucking dark, what are we feeding it? What are we putting online? Make sure that the stuff that you're putting online, or the stuff that you're putting out there, what you're teaching, what you're sharing, even the frequency, make sure that it is something that is of light, something of the sun. We're moving out of the darkness into the light. Now is the time to change. The next card we have is clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. Yes. The vision is becoming clear as your third eye, your first eye, your spiritual eye is activating. You begin to see with clarity the reality of this world, not the shit. There is a veil that has been pulled over our eyes, so we cannot see the reality of the world we are living in. But the true reality of the world is dark. You know, how is it that people can just be so depraved and have so little value for life? And it just shocks me. In this little village where I live, there is one road going up and down. And it surprises me the way people fly on this road. And you can see that people no longer have value for human life, for their own or for others, because why would you drive like such a crazy person if you were happy? And you know, it's funny because I used to have serious road rage. But the more I healed within my spirit, the more I healed within my nervous system, now I drive like a granny and I love it. I used to drive like Speedy Gonzales, and now I drive like a granny because I enjoy it. I enjoy the scenery. I look at the flowers. I look at the trees. I observe. I enjoy. Don't have to rush. It's not about rushing. When you're rushing, you're in survival. There's no way that you're thinking logically. There's no way you're thinking clearly. There's no way you can see clearly. So calm down. Take it easy. Take a break. And in that calmness, in that clarity, is when you can start to decide, where is it that you're going? What do you want for your life? People don't even ask themselves, as people been busy setting their intentions for the new year, which is really, now is not when the time to be setting them, but now is a good time to be contemplating, especially with this new moon in Capricorn. But where are you going? So many people feel lost because they don't have a vision. They don't know where they're going. What do you want out of your life? And if this is something that you want help with, you can get in touch with me. Use the email down below. My sister and I are putting on an online workshop to give you a physical, practical blueprint of how to create a life of success. And I don't only mean monetarily, because why would you only have money when you can truly have it all? And people don't think that they can have it all, but I promise you, you can truly have it all. So if you're interested in that workshop, you can email me down below and I'll send you more details. That's taking place over 2 weekends. First is on the 28th of January and then the second is on the 4th. So now is the time, right? Now is the right timing for you to build your opportunities, for you to create your opportunities, because success comes to those who take action. When Aries season comes around in March, that is the time to take action. Now is the time to get clear, especially as we're going to move into Aquarius. As Pluto transitions into Aquarius, we are really anchoring in the energies of the new earth, of the new frequencies. Shit is going to get real, my friends. Get prepared. The next card we have is making waves. Momentum is building. It is your time to achieve. Yes. But what are you building? What are you putting your energy into? Because again, Jupiter is amplifying everything you're doing, whether you are conscious of it or not. So start becoming conscious of what it is that you want. Use this year to manifest and actually call in and create the things that you truly desire. Because if you are in alignment with the frequencies of elevation and good, then these frequencies will support you. They will aid you. They will guide you. Blessings are yours for the taking if you align yourself to these energies. It is really that simple. Believe that you are worthy. Do something that helps not only you, but also the collective, and you will succeed. I promise you. The next card you have is face your adversities. Yes, what are you scared of? And it's interesting because this card comes underneath discomfort and debilitated. So yes, you know, why most people aren't willing to take that step forward is because they fear failure. Fuck failure. Failure is just one way of you doing things differently, learning how not to do things. All the people who are successful, they failed a million times and they just kept on going. It is incredible how quickly people will give up. Shit doesn't happen in one day. You have to keep committing and committing and committing and committing so that you can fully anchor yourself into those frequencies so that you can receive what you want. People are out here saying, oh, I'm manifesting, but nothing is working. It's because you don't believe. It's because you're not taking action. It's because you're not continuing to move in that direction. You have to align yourself. See what you want and go after it. If you don't go after it, if you don't take action, it's never going to, yeah, you'll experience it on the higher realms, but you're not going to experience it in this physical reality. And that's what you want, because we're living here in this physical reality. So if you want to manifest in the physical reality, you have to take the actions. You have to align your actions with your words. And how many people are out of alignment? How many people lie to themselves? And the thing is we don't want to see what we don't like. So we just pretend it doesn't exist. But this is the year to get in touch with your shadow. Because if you are not aware of your shadow, well, then Jupiter is just going to amplify that and you're just going to manifest things you don't want to experience in your life. So get clear on what is stopping you. Get clear. Overcome your fears. And the thing is, fear is an illusion. Fear is the programming. Fear is a story that we tell ourselves. Unless your physical body is being exposed to bodily harm, there is nothing to fear. There is nothing that can hurt you. There is nothing that is impacting you. You have to overcome. You have to believe in your abilities to overcome, in your abilities to overcome your challenges and to move forward. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Use your energy, your anger, and fuel it to do something good. Fuel it to do something that drives you forward. I used to be a very angry person, but when I found how to channel that anger into something good, well, I truly never run out of energy because I'm always angry. But now I just laugh at it because I'm angry at the larger state of the world. And what can I do? Well, I can share these messages, and it helps me feel better because hopefully some of you out there are receiving this information and it's helpful for you. So I would love to hear in the comments from you. What is going on? Are these messages resonating? What is going on in your life? The next card we have is Shine Your Light. Yes, comes back to the sun. Be the sun. Shine your light. Don't be afraid to come out of the darkness. And the thing is that if you experience trauma in childhood, if you experienced a lot of difficulties in your lifetime, it can be difficult to believe that it is safe for you to shine bright, because you may have dimmed your light so much because the people around you were narcissists, and they would constantly just be feeding on your energy and feeding on your light. But now, remember, so many people project their shit onto us. So when you are aware of your own shit, you can be aware when someone else is projecting shit on you, and you can be like, hey, that's not mine. You can keep that. Stop putting that on me. You need to go and deal with that. But so many of us, we accept other people's stuff because we're not aware of our own stuff. Be true to yourself. Yes. What stories are you telling yourself? What lies are you telling yourself? Change the story. Change your mindset, change your life, right? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So change the way you look at things and start looking at yourself and your life with more love, with more compassion, because when we are more loving and compassionate to ourselves, we change the way we feel, so we change the way we think, so we change the way we act. Everything is connected. So be true to yourself, but be loving, be kind, be gentle, because if you can't do these things to yourself, then you're doing those things to others. And even if you don't think you are, on some level, through the shadow aspects of you, you're doing some kind of manipulative shit and you're not even aware of it. And I say this because I used to be the same. But until I was able to start looking at myself and be like, hey, why are these relationships falling apart? Why are these things not working? I was as much to blame because I allowed people to walk all over me. I didn't have boundaries. I felt that it was unsafe for me to say no. Well, it is safe for you to say no. And if people get pissed off at you because you say no to them, well, then those people aren't your friends. And it's time to make some new friends, some friends that are who actually care about your well-being, who actually want you to elevate, who actually want your well-being as opposed to wanting to tear you down. Do something different. Yes. If shit is not working out, it's because something needs to change. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to do something differently. Just because you've done something 1,000,001 times doesn't mean you have to do it that way anymore. This is the power of awareness. You have the ability to change at any moment in time. At any moment, you can change your beliefs, you can change your thoughts, you can change your actions. But you will need help to change those. You can't stay in the same circumstances and situations if you want to change. It's like somebody who's alcoholic who's trying to stop drinking. You're not going to go to the bar every night. It's going to make it impossible for you. So even with these changes, if they are things in your life that you're not happy with, change them. And do not make decisions from a place of fear, because remember, everything is energy and your energy is being amplified by Jupiter. So pay attention to what energies are driving your thoughts, are driving your actions, are driving your beliefs. Remember, be in love, be in all encompassing, unconditional love within yourself. And these energies will change for you. The next card we have is Bridget. You are a healer. Yes. Your energy, through your energy, you have the ability to heal others. And the thing is, when it comes to healing, I'm not talking about a wound, a physical wound that is healed, because when we have a physical wound, it's easy to see it being healed. But when we're healing the wounds of trauma, the wounds of depression, the wounds of years of suppressed and repressed emotions, these are not things that are tangible. They're not things that we can see, but the way that we can see them is through the situations and experiences in our life. That one day the universe will put a challenging experience in front of you, and you will approach it differently. You will experience it differently. And in that moment, and that's what 2023 was about, was to show you that you can change these things, that you are healed. And as you heal, you are a healer of others, because you give, because you hold, as you hold love and compassion for yourself, you naturally hold love and compassion for others. So you naturally heal others with your energy. The more you heal, you are healing all those around you. People who come into your frequency will feel that something is different. When you go and do something different, you become different. You become a new version of you. You are already a new version of you, because the version of you today is not the same version of you yesterday. And the version of you after receiving this information is definitely not the version of you than prior to receiving this information. So we are always changing, and all the information that is coming in and we are receiving is constantly changing us. So choose to be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. If there are things that make you unhappy, you be the change. And by you being that change, you naturally inspire others to be that same change. So message from the fairies we have is find balance. Find the find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime. And you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Yes, beautiful souls. Rest is so underestimated. It is incredible, but ever since I adopted the 80-20 rule of 20% of the work I do generates 80% of my revenue. So it is about working smarter, not harder. And I realized that the more I rest, I can get shit done so much faster, because my mind doesn't go off. I can stay focused and get shit done in such a smaller amount of time, because my mind is not all over the place. And because I feel good in my body, I feel good in my mind, I feel good in my emotions, I feel at peace. So it is easy for me to use my energy, and my energy isn't being pulled in all kinds of different directions. And one way that your energy is being pulled in different directions is worrying about things that don't even exist. So many people worry about not being able to pay bills. Worry about that when you're paying your bills, right? The worry is what attracts so much more shit to us. So when you stop worrying about things that don't yet exist, because worry is basically negative manifestation. So find balance. Take time to relax. Take time to just be. Take time to just do nothing. Take time to take things slow. Take time to play. Take time to do things creatively. And when I say play, don't go and drink and get drunk and, spend all your money going to the bar on the weekends and meeting people who you think are your friends who aren't. No. Use your energy to create something that is of value. Do something that's going to make you feel good. And last of not all, we have friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Yes. What does a friend mean to you? What do you want out of your friendships? Because if you're not clear on that, and again, we say one thing, but then our actions take us somewhere else. So if you say that you want friends that care about you, but you accept friends that treat you like shit, well, then the universe is going to say, hey, well, this is the kind of friends that they want, so we'll just keep sending them those friends. And until you say, no, this is not what I want. These are not the friends that I want. I want friends who support me and who love me and who nurture me and who encourage my growth, as opposed to people who shit on you. So where are your thoughts not aligned with your actions? Where are your desires not aligned with your actions? Because that is the number one thing that is blocking your manifestation, at least on this reality. So beautiful souls, a lot of messages here. Again, I would love to hear from you in the comments. What are you experiencing? What is going on for you? What are you manifesting for 2024? Tell me if you are trying to call in wealth and abundance. And again, if you need support on your journey, then this is what we do. We offer a spiritual concierge service where we walk alongside you through your journey, and we work in a very, very flexible manner. We work on a consultancy basis, so you can check out my website down below. And I look so forward to hearing from you. I wish you strength, and I send you so much love as you continue your week until I see you next week. Bye for now.